if you're seeing this later, for the people that are going to come in here, yes, I have the comments off. Y'all, I'm an introverted person, believe it or not. A very introverted person. I've always been an introverted person. Like, it's not that I don't have the ability to be an extrovert and express myself and talk to people and put out videos and talk to crowds and you know be around people. It's not that I don't have that ability. I have that ability, right? It doesn't give me anxiety. It doesn't make me want to shrink inside myself because I have a lot of confidence in myself. But I am introverted. So a lot of times when I go live, sometimes I'm going live just because I have a lot to say, right? And I know that the chat is there because you're supposed to be able to interact with the chat, and but sometimes people in the chat purposely try to throw you off your game. I don't have a lot of moderators and stuff like that, and I don't have a lot of patience right now, right? Okay, like I said, like I've told you guys, and I've expressed through certain videos. If you're joining me, my father died in the beginning of January. My fucking bike broke down in the beginning of January. My scooter got stole, and then in the live I was just talking about where I just head up where I end up having a complete freaking crash out, which I knew would end up happening. I was expressing that my Switch got stole. My Switch, not my gun. My Nintendo Switch that I take to work every day. So like I was just, just talking. It is, just expressing myself because I gotta let the feelings out. That's all. That's it. That's the whole purpose of a lot of the videos that I'm making is because I'm trying to be a better person. Like I hope people understand that, and I understand that you know um, there will be technical difficulties. See, technical difficulties and stuff. When you start going live and stuff, but motherfuckers, okay, bringing up Diddy, fucking put money on that nigga's books if you want to talk about that nigga, but don't come in here with that shit, right? Okay, like right? And I understand that it's entertainment to have people like myself crash out. I get it. I get it. It's fucking hilarious. I've seen this shit back. I've taken lives down where I've obviously have have become unhinged, right? I'm trying to be a better person. For most of my life, including up until now, I hated people. I hate people. I'm not going to even hold you up. I've always hated people. Like, for most of my life, I've hated people. Reason being is for most of the time, I could see behind people's eyes. I know it sounds crazy. Their intention, their fear, their anxiety. I can read people like a fucking book. Have since I was about yay big. Don't like it, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm able to manipulate people because I don't like to manipulate people. Just because I can read you don't necessarily mean that I'm going to try to get you to do this or do that or you need to see it my way. I'm the type of person that if I see, let's say, a flaw in a person, I don't necessarily want to point that flaw out. I want that person to recognize that flaw within themselves because that's how people improve. That's how I'm trying to improve by recognizing the flaws into myself. I am alone. I am alone for a reason. I am alone because the common denominator is myself, right? On down to like me trying to be social, right? Through social media, like through YouTube and TikTok, people have called me out countless times. You don't respond to uh what is it? Personal emails. You don't respond to comments all the time. You don't do this, you don't do that. I try, bro. I try. There's an issue with me, right? I don't even communicate with my own family, right? Like even with my own mother, like I have to like make myself communicate. I didn't go to my father's funeral, right? There is a detachment that exists within me from the human condition. I'm just being honest. I don't know how to explain it. It's always been there. Okay? It's just a part of me, right? But I try. I try. That's the point. I'm trying, right? And for most of my life, I have been obviously successful in interacting with people and being as polite and as courteous and as decent as I can to people in order for me not to imprint some type of negative spirit or negative thought onto them. So even with my friends, I will find myself pulling away from them because I get very comfortable in sharing my dark thoughts. Does that make sense? My intimate dark thoughts because they are emotions that I feel in the moment. For instance, when my scooter was stolen, the only thing that was on my mind was murder. I just wanted to get my hands on that person and torture them for a $200 scooter that is not okay with me and my overall spirit. But my worldly spirit is vexed by demonic entities and intention. You understand? So I pull away from people, right? I even find that when people try to reach out to me to be polite or to be like, I find myself, I don't know how to accept it. The only way that I know how to accept it is to be like, okay, what is your intention? I don't know how to be just comfortable with people, if that makes sense. I don't. I just don't. I'm being honest with y'all. I don't know how to just like I can say anything about myself because I don't have that type of shame in myself because I know that I know the things that I've seen and done and experienced and been a part of, and I know that God knows that, and I know that God knows that I'm not trying to hide that shit from Him, and I'm definitely not trying to hide that shit from the world and anybody else. I am a flawed individual, very flawed, right? But like I say, I want to improve. I want to be a better person. I do. I don't want to let everything upset me. So in the live earlier, when people saying that I was taking the fact that my switch was stolen, well, yes, in the moment. However, if I dwell on the thought will just drive me up the wall. So when I will go to work tomorrow, I will complain to my boss. I will cause a scene. I will make it uncomfortable for people. When in reality, as I showed the bag earlier in the live earlier, it could be, and I'm just saying it could be, I don't think so, that it just fell out of my bag. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know 1,000%. I know 95% that it did fall out of my bag, but if it did, it did. I can't do anything about it. It no longer exists in my life. It's just a thing. I have to remind myself of that. But my emotions and my worldly self is very irritated by it. My worldly self is very irritated by the fact that my bike isn't working. My worldly self is very irritated that this nigga took off on my scooter. I'm just expressing myself because I have to. I'm not trying to be emotional. I just have to. It's like people have to talk. Let the shit out. It's healthy, right? And I come here because I know that other people go through similar things in life that upset them, right? And it can feel like the world is ending sometimes. It is not. It is just a moment, and a moment will pass, right? I will have another scooter. I will have another bike. Those are just things. I have my health. I have a job. People are looking for a job. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just, and I know everybody go through stuff, right? It's just a lot at one time. That's it. And Stupid shit. It's just stuff. It's just stuff. But that's just like on top of the fact that like I did go to didn't get to go to my dad's funeral. I feel bad about that. It's not because it's like me and the nigga was close. It's I feel bad because I didn't get to see my grandma and my cousins, and I wasn't there for my brother and my nieces. And it's just I just feel stuff. That's all, and I need to let the stuff out because if you hold that shit in, it makes you evil. It just makes you really fucking bitter. And I'm not a bitter person. I don't want to be a bitter person. I don't like that. I don't like feeling like that. I don't like being upset. And like I want to have some fun and shit, bro. I've been playing Ninja Gaiden 2, getting that shit off, Just stupid. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not crying. um, I've been playing that. And they got like Ninja Gaiden 4 coming out later this year. They got GTA 5 coming out later this year. It's stuff to look for. It's stuff to look forward to. I'm sorry, y'all. I try to come up. I'm coming on here to be entertaining, and I'm coming on here to try to be like. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all.